Okay, hello everyone. Today we will discuss about the species area relationship. Species area relationship is the topic given in the chapter biodiversity, and this is explaining the biodiversity in the different area, different parts. So two ways to identify the biodiversity. One is latitudinal gradient, and another one is species area relationship. This species area relationship was first given by Alexander von Humboldt. So Alexander von Humboldt has given this, explained the species area relationship. So, species area relationship gave us the information that how biodiversity in a particular area gets spreaded or remain, right? So, if we see in area, particular areas, if we compare, if this area is referred as A1 and the species present in this area is referred as S1, so whatever area will be there in that much it will be directly proportional to the S. Means whatever the area will be increased, that much species will also be increased, right? In the same way, if A2 is this much, then the species will be also equal to this much, right? So we can say this S is always directly proportional to the A. That is the relationship. Means if we will increase the area, if there will be more explored area, then there will be more species, right, in that particular area. Now this has been explained by an exponential growth curve where we used y-axis as species for species and x-axis as for referring the area. If we see the growth of a species in a particular area, as the area will increase, the number of species will also get increased, and this graphical representation we call it as exponential growth. This is exponential growth where according to the increment in the area, the number of species also get increased, right? The number of species also get increased. That's why s is directly proportional to a. S is directly proportional to A. But here, one thing happened. If we find this area, this point, after this point, it is or it will be straight line. We will obtain a straight line. Why? Because as much as the number of area will increase, there will be a limitation of the species to be increased, and this will be the limitation up to this. The species will increase. After this, if area will be increased more further, then also the species will remain same, and that particular point is known as asymptote. Symptote. Asymptote, right? It is known as asymptote. Asymptote means that point from where there will be no further increase of the species. There will be no further increase of the species, right? So this is what we find in the exponential growth curve, and this is we can refer it as S is directly proportional to A. If we will remove the proportionality sign, then it will be S is equal to C A to the power Z. C A to the power Z. Now we know that S is species, A is area. Now what is C and what is Z? What is C and what is Z, right? So C, here we refer this C as the y-intercept. We called it as y-intercept. What is y-intercept, that I will tell you. And Z is known as slope of line. Slope of line. Okay. So C is known as y-intercept and Z is known as slope of line. Slope of line, right? Now, what is this actually? We have to go back to the linear equation of mathematics. For this, we have to go for linear equation of mathematics. If we see here, linear equation of mathematics, if I will plot a graph with a y-axis and x-axis, if this is x and if this is y, and here, if I will draw a straight line, if I will draw a straight line, right? This straight line, this is a slope of a line. This straight line could be steeper, right? Right? It could be steeper. The more it will get steeper, or it may get less steeper, right? That is based on that we find out. So this is known as M. This is known as M, right? And the point from where it will get intersect this y-axis and it will go further, it is known as C, right? C. So the formula is of straight linear equation y is equal to mx plus c. So this is the equation of linear equation of mathematics. In mathematics we use it. The same thing we find, the same linear equation has been used here also. Why? Before coming to this point, we will discuss this. Why we don't study this? Why we plot log value? Because as it is very difficult to identify how much species has been increased. If the number of area will increase, how much number of species will be increased? Because it is not a straight line; it is a curve shaped line. For that, we plot this graph into log scale, and this is called log scale. This is log scale. This graph is in log scale where we just interpret this into log value, right? So here this s is equal to CSZ will become log s is equal to log c, plus we know that natural power, when there will be a natural base logarithm, it will come from z log a, right? This is what log scale, we write this in log scale. Now if you see clearly, y is equal to mx plus c, right? So y log s, if we will combine this, if we will relate this, log s is equal to y, right? Log c is c, same, right? Z log a, that is z is referring to m, slope of line, that I have already told you, and x is the area. X is the area. This is x area. This is y species. We are showing it. The slope of line is z, right? And c is the intercept, right? C is the intercept. Now z is also known as, this z is also known as regression coefficient. Regression coefficient. Here in this, if species area relationship, this regression coefficient has the main value which is defining how much area, in how much area how much type of species will grow, yeah, will be found. So z is known as regression, that is known as regression coefficient. This regression coefficient value change, generally it remains from 0.1 to 0.2 normally in normal areas. Now area, why this regression coefficient could vary? Because due to the area in different climatic zone, different climatic zone. Now in different climatic zone, this line, this slope of line, the m, the or z, which we call here z, can change, right? In different condition it will become more steeper or it will become less steeper, right? When it will become more steeper, that means there will be more area, in more area there will be a less number of species, right? So if the values, regression coefficient values determine that how much species will be there in that particular area, so from that we can find out the species area relationship, right?